Please welcome Chief Information Officer, The Tile Shop, Christopher Davis, and Chief Executive Officer, Altudo, Rahul Khosla.
Well, hello, my Sitecore community. I'm so excited to be here. I've got to tell you, this is one of my favorite events. I love coming back here. It's just the community is so strong. So I really feel privileged to be up on stage with Christopher here. And I'm excited to share the incredible journey Altudo embarked on with the Tile Shop to revolutionize the commerce experience. And Christopher, in true Nashville style, thank you for being on stage with me to share your journey and the outcomes that you drove. But let's start with learning a little bit about yourself, about your brand, and what role did digital commerce play in your growth strategy?
Thank you, Earl. I'm excited to be here. We're a hard flooring surface specialist that really retail is focused on 142 stores, plus DCs, and an online experience. We really love to help customers build the home of their dreams. I can't tell you the number of bathroom pictures I've seen in my career here at the Tile Shop. It's been just 4 short years, but it's been amazing. We're trying to translate the premium in-store experience to the online experience, which can be a true challenge considering the premium nature of that experience. We're constantly thinking about what to do. Our online is growing at double digits every year, and yet we've been challenged to do better than that. There are opportunities everywhere, omnichannel, even growing new customer segments and product segments. So there's lots to be done and many things that we're just starting.
Christopher, at Altudo, one of our values is always client first. And what we try to do as a business is to really go to school on our client's business. And in learning more about your business, I started to go through some of your stores. We went through a store where I was really struck by the engaging experience your associates offer to your customers. And what is a very, it's a very personal decision to remodel your home. And when I saw that and I engaged with your reps, it came to me that the inspiration for the online experience needs to be that it needs to cover sort of what you were doing in the real world. But here's the thing, 80% of all commerce experiences fail. And the reasons are a few. There's misalignment between the business objectives and the commerce programs. There's issues with planning. And quite often, the right technology stack is not chosen to drive the right experience. So you solve those challenges. So let's share with the audience how you did that. So tell us a little bit about how did you plan for the commerce transformation at the Tile Shop, and how did you align your organization?
It starts at the top. I was working with our board, and they gave us a huge challenge: grow online exponentially. When you look at that, that means build a strategy, figure out what to do. So our executive team laid out that strategy, and then I challenged the team to really think about what do we need to change. And that's when they went to work and really thought through the challenges that they had. And as they thought through that, they came back with recommendations on how to approach it. We then partnered with Sitecore. We partnered then with a recommendation from Sitecore with Altudo. I'd met Altudo at Shop Talk, and then it just kind of clicked. So really we had alignment from the board, the executive team, having the team make the recommendations, and then ultimately our partners working with us to work together to find a final solution that we'll talk more about.
You're absolutely right. Ultimately, teamwork makes the dream work. And aligning the organization is so important. In our view, at Altudo, what we try to do is to bring business objectives in alignment with initiatives through KPIs. We use a framework that we call the business value framework that allows organizations to link all of these things together. And it does a few things. One, your initiatives and how they impact business objectives become clear. And as you can see in the screen, the objectives linked to outcomes is something that brings clarity to the organization, but also it brings motivation to the team working on the day-to-day work, on their projects and initiatives, to really have line of sight as to what they're doing, how does that really impact the organization. So aligning the organization is quite important, but let's talk a little bit further. Let's talk about the technology and the stack. A lot of folks here are interested in how you went about that. So what was the decision-making process like at the Tile Shop to select the right technology stack for your organization?
So as I mentioned, I asked the team, what do we need to change in order to do exponential growth? We're talking 5x growth. That's the type of growth we're talking about. In order to do that, we had to think a lot about what are the challenges we have today. Our marketing team was constrained because the developers were always having to build the pages so that they could have the pages they needed with the content that they'd created to engage our customer. We were challenged with just moving slowly. We had an ERP system that was a monolith that really challenged us to do that. We have an in-store experience. We were trying to translate that into the online experience, and that's challenging. And we just struggled to do all of those things quickly and with confidence. And so as we thought through those things, the team came back and said, we need to change our fundamental architecture. That's pretty big. As a CIO, you have to take a deep breath then. As you do that, though, you listen to the team and understand what they're challenging. And ultimately, we were able to build the business case to persuade the board, again, lining all the way back up to the top, that the return was going to be there. And with that, we chose, partnering with Sitecore and Altudo, whiteboard sessions. We can see the whiteboard pictures still today. And as you look at those, we found Sitecore to be a great partner. They made great recommendation with Altudo. Altudo came to the table, and we drew over and over again until the picture was right. And then we went to work to deliver the solution.
Yeah, that promise of composability is just that, to bring agility, performance, and scale while reducing costs. At Altudo, what we try to do is take a business-first approach to think about what the business outcomes need to be, and then how do we bring these Lego blocks together to build a beautiful house or a capability for our client. So you did a really good job at executing that. So your site is live.
Yes.
You're seeing great results. So why don't you tell the audience some of the great things that you're seeing?
Absolutely. We're early. It's October 1st when we went live. We're just a little over 2 weeks. So there's still lots to be done and lots to see. But what I can tell you is this: 5x page load speed, 14 seconds to 2.7. That's still slow. The team thinks that they can get it to close to 1 second page load times. Imagine that impact to the customer experience. Our marketing team will soon be able to manage all of their content through pages, and they will be able to lay out the templates, which will free up our development teams to do capabilities that they've long wanted to do. That omnichannel experience, being able to create a quote in the store and being able to transact it online, or vice versa. You have a cart in our online experience, and they go into the store to see the tile that they already love. Those are the kinds of things that we know we can do, and that will drive conversion. We already know the speed will help with search and traffic, and thus conversion as well. But even more, these other experiences are soon in the making. And we're excited because we can pivot quickly and have the agility we need to do those types of things.
Well, those are great outcomes. You're clearly not in that 80% segment that's failing. And although you deserve a medal, which I don't have, I will give you a high five for your outcomes. So that's awesome. So your site is live, and you're seeing great outcomes, but I think we're just still at the starting line, right? We're just getting started. So what's next?
We've talked a lot already with Altudo, and we have this vision. In addition to omnichannel and the other things we know are near term, we know we're going to have new customer segments. We're talking about B2B, commercial. Imagine, I have a cart that's portable now. I can change the experience entirely on the front end using XM. We're running XM, Order Cloud, as well as search today. And we can change the front end without changing the back end easily. And with that, I think we'll be able to do it in half the time that we would have otherwise been able to build a brand new site for an entirely different customer segment. Those are just a few things. We'll be able to do the content, we'll be able to drive that conversion, and add things that my business hasn't even thought of today. Those are the things that we're thinking about.
That's awesome. Well, these initiatives are not trivial. It takes a great plan, it takes a good team, and it takes the right execution path to make it happen. Congratulations, and we're really privileged to be working with you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.